I'm going to be showing you how to do all the puzzles and trials in Pasaana's Forbidden Valley within LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga's Galaxy Free Play. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to start off with the first puzzle, which is called Prize and Precipice. So this is going to be located just to the south of the landing zone. You're going to notice these net launcher things along the wall here. So we're just going to shoot those with the net launcher from a scavenger character, climb up the wall, and then you can switch to a bounty hunter character to destroy the gold LEGO object and get the Kyber Brick for Prize and Precipice. Alright, so second we're going to do Welcome to Pasaana, just to the north of the landing zone. The classic Welcome to Kyber Bricks. And so to get to this one, we're just going to follow the path here to get up these cliffs. And you'll notice that we're kind of on the opposite side of where the Kyber Brick is. Well, that's because once you get up here, you got to switch to a scavenger character and use their glider ability to glide off this ramp and reach the other side and get the Kyber Brick for Welcome to Pasaana. And alright, so moving right along, number 3 is called Breaking Through the Bedrock. This is located just to the left of the one we just did. So climb up the cliff and you'll see this wall, destroy it with the Breaker Blaster ability from a scavenger character, and get the Kyber Brick for breaking through the bedrock. So scavenger characters, very important so far. So moving right along down this pathway here, this one's called Pinpoint Peaks. So we're just going to climb up this cliff, climb up those orange handlebars, and once you get up here, you're going to want to switch to a blaster character and shoot all of the targets that I'm shooting here within the time limit. This one over there to the right is way out there, but shoot it, and then you can get the Kyber Brick for Pinpoint Peaks. Alright, next we're going to do some disassembly required. And so this is going to be in a cave system here. And so what you have to do here is switch to a protocol droid character and have both of your characters playing as protocol droid characters, because they can split in half and stand on these different pressure pads, because there's going to be 4 pressure pads. So if you split 2 protocol droids in half, you're going to be able to stand on all of them and open up the cage to get the Kyber Brick for some disassembly required. Alright, so moving right along, we're going to do Gleaming Gravel. And this is a really easy one. All you have to do is climb up this cliff and destroy some of these LEGO objects and get the Kyber Brick for Gleaming Gravel. So it's probably one of the easier ones here. So next up, we're going to do Groovy, Grotto, Gripes. So there's going to be this disco party going on in this cave. And so we're just going to go up here, and essentially we have to connect the power line here. And so the first one you don't actually have to move at all. I actually started moving this on accident, so that one needs to be on number 1. And so you'll notice it'll light up. That signifies that you're doing something right. And so the next one's going to be on number 4. So it goes 1, 4, and then 2, and then the last one's going to be 2 as well. And that's going to cause this disco party to go along. And out of the disco ball is going to be your Kyber Brick for Groovy, Grotto, Gripes. So pretty cool puzzle there. I like that one. Alright, so next up we're going to do Drop Dead Gonkgeous, I assume is how you say that. And this one's kind of a lengthy one, but essentially what you have to do is talk to this purple droid, then you're going to switch to a protocol droid, and we're going to take control of this little panel, and this is basically going to allow us to control different Gonk droids. So the first one you're going to want to control is the blue one, and you just want to move them into the zone over there. So next one we're going to do the black droid, and then last but not least, we're going to do the red droid. And so this is kind of like a beauty contest for Gonk droids. Yeah, very, very bizarre. So then basically you have to be the judge to decide who's the winner. And so we're going to switch to a Force-using character like a Jedi or Sith. And you can pretty much put whatever one you want as the winner. So you just use the Force, lift them up on top of the Kyber Brick. And once you do that, you'll be able to get the Kyber Brick for Drop Dead Gonkgeous. So definitely a unique puzzle there. So next up, we're going to do Tower Top, just to the south of the one we just did, and you'll notice some grapple hook points. So we're going to switch to a hero character, or you can use an astromech droid, or a bounty hunter, and we're just going to grapple all the way up to the top and get the Kyber Brick for Tower Top. So pretty simple there compared to the last one. Next, we're going to do Speedy Sweets. It's going to be, again, just to the south. We're kind of moving along this little village area here. And so we're going to talk to this blue character right here, this blue vendor. And this is going to be another one of these food delivery ones. So the cake is going to go to that person, and then we're going to have to basically find the other 2 food items, and they're going to be highlighted purple on your map, so you can always find them. So next up is going to be this little coffee mug or some sort of drink. We're going to give that to that customer there. And then last but not least, you're actually going to have to pay for this last piece. So it's going to be 7,500 studs, which shouldn't be too much. It's like this little cookie thing. And we're going to deliver that to this last customer. And once you've delivered the food to all 3 customers, you'll get the Kyber Brick for Speedy Sweets. So next up, we're going to do a Powdery Performance. This is the one trial here in Pasaana. And so we're going to go over here to the blue icon to activate the trial. And this is going to be one of these shooting trials where you're going to have to shoot the targets in the air within the time limit and get to 1,200 points in order to get the gold ranking and get the Kyber Brick. And so again, this one's really easy. You can see here I have like 30 seconds left and I already got gold ranking, so we're just going to keep shooting the targets for the heck of it. It's kind of cool. You get to see all the Pasaana powder that you see in the movie. And once you do that, you'll get the gold ranking and get the Kyber Brick for a Powdery Performance. Alright, so next up we're going to do Staki-Aki, I assume is how you pronounce that, just to the south here of the map. And it's going to be one of these Kyber Bricks that are kind of up in the air, and usually when you see that, you're going to have to move these nearby Lego objects with the force using character and jump up and get the Kyber Brick for Staki-Aki. I guess it's Staki-Aki, because you're stacking Lego blocks. That makes sense. So next up we're going to do Pasaana Pantomime. So you're going to talk to this character here, and this is another really unique one. So you're basically, there's going to be these like little Lego birds that represent different characters in the Star Wars universe. And so we're just going to put them together. So the first 2 we have to put together is the Qui-Gon and the young Anakin Skywalker bird figures. That's going to kind of solve the first puzzle. And next up we need to find Episode 3 Anakin, and then we need to find Episode 3 Obi-Wan and put those together. And that'll kind of solve the second puzzle. And then last but not least, we're going to do Episode 4 Luke with Darth Vader here. And once you do that, that'll solve the last puzzle, and then that'll get you your Kyber Brick for Pasaana Pantomime. So a really, really unique puzzle. I really like that one. So next up, we're going to do Be the Kite. And this is going to be right in the middle here of the village area. And you'll notice it way high up. And to get over there, you're going to have to go over here to the nearby cliff, switch to a scavenger character, and use their net launcher ability to shoot a couple nets and climb up the side of this wall. Then we're going to switch to a glider ability and glide across and reach the Kyber Brick for Be the Kite. So pretty cool there. Next, we're going to do Valley Crossing, and we're going to move over to a whole different area of Pasaana because it's kind of split up between the Forbidden Valley and Pasaana Plains, even though they're both together called Forbidden Valley within the menus, but whatever. So once we get over here to the Plains area, take the taxi over here, we're going to do Valley Crossing. So we're going to immediately climb up the side of this cliff, use the orange handlebars here, and then we're going to have to go across a zip line, and that'll allow us to reach the Kyber Brick for Valley Crossing. Look at that. Boom. There we go.
I'll just give it to the resistance.
Alright, next up we're going to do Ochi-Doke, and this one's going to be located just to the left of the taxi. This is going to be a vehicle token, so we're going to climb up here on top of this hill, and we're going to have to use the silver Lego object. So to do that, switch to a villain character, throw a grenade on it. That's going to reveal a buildable, so we're going to build that up, and then switch to a grapple hook character to pull the grapple hook, and then you can get the vehicle token for Ochi-Doke. So pretty easy there once you destroy the silver Lego object. So next up we're going to do the Glide of Faith, and this one is going to require us to go kind of in this cave system. So we're going to climb up to that same mountain that we were just on, and we're going to switch to a scavenger character and use their glider ability to glide into the middle of the sinkhole, and if you do that, you're going to land right here onto this Kyber Brick for Glide of Faith. Alright, next up, we're going to continue on. We're going to get all of these Kyber Bricks here in this cave system. This one's called Burrow Bounty. And so there's going to be this spine here inside this cave system that you can walk across, but if you look over, there's actually going to be a destructible object on the wall that's going to reveal one of these orange grapple hook points. Grapple up to it and get the Kyber Brick for Burrow Bounty. Alright, so for this third Kyber Brick within the caves, it's going to be called the Secret Sunken Sandy Silver, and anytime you have silver in the name, most likely you're going to have to switch to a villain character and destroy the silver Lego object and get you the Kyber Brick for Secret Sunken Sandy Silver. So pretty easy there. So continuing on in the cave system, there's just 2 more Kyber Bricks. This next one's called the Rise of the Kyber Swiper. And so once we get here into the caves, there's going to be this NPC character that we can talk to, and he's going to have a Kyber Brick, but then no, he's going to throw a smoke cloud and run away from you, and you have to kind of chase him through the caves. And it's probably easier to use a blaster character, but instead I'm just throwing a lightsaber at him. So we're just going to keep doing that. There we go. Finally, I switched to a blaster character, so I can more easily shoot at him. and he's going to keep throwing smoke bombs, and eventually you're going to take down all of his health, and then you're going to be able to get his Kyber Brick. And there we go. He's going to drop it. Come on. There we go. Boom. The rise of the Kyber Swiper. Alright, next we're going to do very Vexing here, the last Kyber Brick here in the caves. And a lot of these cave Kyber Bricks are actually pretty fun. I enjoy them quite a bit. So this one's pretty easy, so we're just going to switch to a grapple hook character, because if you look behind where the Kyber Brick is, there's this grapple hook point. And very carefully climb up in here, and you'll notice this switch. Pull the switch, that's going to open up the cage, giving you the Kyber Brick for very Vexing. So once you discover that grapple hook point, it's pretty easy. Alright, so that's it for the caves. We're going to move outside here to Covert Cliffside, here on the left side of the Pasaana Plains area. So we're going to go over here and go over to this cliff, and all we have to do is jump off the cliff, and you'll get the Kyber Brick for Covert Cliffside. So pretty easy there. So next up, we're going to move here towards the north for Mineral Miracle. And so we're just going to climb up here to the top of this cliff, and all you have to just do is destroy some Lego objects, and you can get the Mineral Miracle Kyber Brick. So another very easy one there. A lot of these are just kind of easy giveaways. So next up, we're going to do Hidden in Plain Sight. And so this one, once again, is going to require a scavenger character. Use their net launcher ability, throw a couple nets on the wall, climb up the wall, and get the Kyber Brick. If I could climb up it here, there we go. And get the Kyber Brick for Hidden in Plain Sight. Alright, next up, we're going to do Soaring Over the Sands. And so this one's going to be located in the south, and there's going to be this big cliff here. We're going to climb up it with the orange handles. Then we're going to switch to a scavenger character and use their glider ability to glide over and get the Kyber Brick in the midair for Soaring Over the Sands. So next up, we're going to do all of these blue icons you'll notice on the map. This is for a puzzle called First Ordnance. And so there's basically going to be a bunch of these black first order chests that you need to destroy. There's 10 of them total. The first one's going to be right there. And then we're going to need to make our way across this quicksand. So to do that, we're going to navigate across these poles, swing across them. A couple of these poles will be stuck in the sand, so you have to use the force to kind of put them in place. Then you can use them to swing across. Once you get over here, there's going to be the second Imperial chest. So that's 2 of 10, and then over here is going to be number 3. Then up here on this cliff, originally I was trying to like get up to the side of that cliff, but you can't actually get up there. Then I realized, oh wait, you can just shoot these things or throw a lightsaber at them. So that's exactly what I did. Threw a lightsaber there to get 4 of 10. Over here is 5 of 10. And then over here is going to be 6 of 10. Again, it's much easier to actually just shoot these from a distance rather than, you know, going up to each of them like I'm doing. And there is 7 of 10. You have to kind of hit each one twice for it to register. There's another one way up here, and again, instead of blastering it, I'm doing it the hard way by throwing a whole bunch of lightsabers way up there at it. There's 8 of 10. I think for these last two, I finally wise up and just switch to a blaster character. There we go. So way on top of this cliff is going to be 9 of 10. And then where's 10 of 10? There it is. Let's shoot it. And boom, first ordnance is completed. So we are almost done, guys. Next up is Electrosifter Gift. And so this is going to be located on the very south side of the map. And so all you have to do is switch to a force using character and find 2 nearby orange blocks to stack on top of each other. That'll allow you to get some leverage to jump up here and reach the Kyber Brick for Electrosifter Gift. And last but not least, we have that sinking feeling. This is going to be for a vehicle token here. And all we have to do is switch to a villain character and use the villain panel. You could also use a Sith character, hack that villain panel, and get inside the ship for that sinking feeling. And guys, that's going to be all the puzzles and the trial for Pasaana's Forbidden Valley. So let me know in the comments below if you had any questions. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Brick Games.